Ladies and gentlemen, gather around and prepare to be amazed by the latest invention in the world of keyboard technology.
A keyboard made out of lead.
Oh, I can't say that word because they didn't have anything to do with this keyboard? Huh.
But before you get too excited, let me tell you that I don't think this keyboard is all it's cracked up to be. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy as I put this keyboard to the ultimate test and try not to smash it to pieces. The MelGeek Pixel started as a Kickstarter and is now out on MelGeek's website for $280 USD. Yes, you heard that right. It's basically a building brick keyboard for $280. Now, before you think I'm just gonna hate on this keyboard the whole time, I do understand that I am not the target audience for this keyboard, so I will try to remain unbiased, but $280 is kind of insane. Out of the box, you get the user manual, the keyboard, the USB-C cable, which follows the name we can't say's theme, which is cool. The dongle, which also has the studs on it, so you can add stuff to it as well. A keycap puller, 50 bricks of each color, some rubber pads to stop the keyboard from sliding, and some stickers that you can put on the keycaps. The box it comes in is pretty nice, and I do like how pretty much everything follows the brick theme, but I feel like they could have went with a more plain box to cut down on the price of the keyboard a bit, as I don't know anyone that really cares about the box of the keyboard, as it ends up being stored in a closet for years or thrown out. But some people might want to put it on display, so I can't knock it too much. The Pixel comes in a few different color options. The one I got sent was in this plain white theme they call canvas, as in blank canvas, you get it? But it also comes in this theme called palette, which is like the classic blank colors, and the last colorway is called Christian, which is this pinkish and black theme. It is a 75% keyboard, but with the pegs on either side of the keyboard for customization, it is basically the size of a full-size keyboard and takes up a lot of space on your desk. They come with these custom Kale switches, which again follow the theme of the rest of the keyboard, which is pretty cool. Mine came with the Kale Pixel L's, which are a linear switch, and they feel pretty nice and require very little pressure to actuate, which can come in handy when gaming, but it can also allow for you to accidentally press the key, which seems to happen a lot more on this keyboard than others I have tested, although it's probably just because I'm not very good at typing. It is hot swappable though, with 3 or 5 pin switches, so you can always change it out for any switch of your preference. I do however think the switches sound and feel pretty good out of the box, and the stabilizers are also pretty good. It's gasket mounted as well, which adds to the sound and feel of this keyboard. It does have 3 RGB lighting zones around the keyboard, which you can change with the function button and QWERTY. It can also be used wireless with Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz, but from my experience of using it, the wireless is not great and pretty unusable for anything, so I would just recommend using it wired. The main thing people would buy this keyboard for, and what it's actually good for, is customization. It comes with many different colored bricks that you can make different designs with, and MelGeek has their own website where you can view other people's designs or test out your own before putting them all on the board, which is nice. You should also be able to connect regular Legos if you have them, although I don't have any to test with, so I'm not too sure. There is a layer of transparent pegs all around the keyboard that you can remove if you want to, that reveals a cutout where you can store the USB 2.4 GHz dongle that you will never want to use. In the box, it comes with these white bricks and rubber feet, so you can make the keyboard go as high as an angle as you want or as low as you want, which I think is a pretty cool idea, as you can customize the bottom of the keyboard as much as you can customize the top of the keyboard, so you can have designs on the bottom as well. The keycaps do have this dip in each of them, which honestly is just awful to use unless you're used to it, which I don't think most people are, but if you are, good for you, I guess. They are multi-layered, so you can take the top that is dipped off, but then you just have a regular brick that you're typing on, which isn't great either, and you don't have the legends. So either you just get used to typing on these keycaps with the dips, or you just put your own keycaps on, which is what I would probably do if I was using this keyboard every day. As for everyday use, gaming on wired mode isn't that bad, as the switches allow for you to press multiple keys very quickly, but for just typing, it is very hard to get used to, and I'm not a great typist, so I press other keys by accident all the time, which is honestly kind of a me issue. But if you find yourself already pressing wrong keys by accident or pressing in between keys a lot, just be wary because it will probably be doubled or tripled on this keyboard. I know it sounds like I have been completely hating on this keyboard the whole time, but it isn't that bad of a keyboard, it just isn't made for me. It is the most customizable keyboard I have seen, so if I spend some time customizing it to my liking, I am sure that I would like it. To highlight some of the cons I have for this keyboard, $280 is an absurd price, and I would personally never buy it for full price. I would look for it on sale, or if you can find it used already for a lot cheaper, I would do that instead. Out of the box, I don't like the keycaps at all, so I would definitely swap those out for some nice custom keycaps. The wireless is absolute dog trash, and honestly they should have just not included it at all. And the keyboard is very large and takes up a lot of space on my desk as someone who prefers the size of a normal 75% keyboard. If you are really into the building bricks game and want to show so in your setup, this would be the perfect keyboard, as I have never seen another keyboard like it. But it does cost $280 US, and I could name you about 100 other keyboards I would buy over this keyboard, including some of MelGeek's other keyboards. If you want some of my recommendations, if you don't like this keyboard, you can check out this playlist here.